Hello, my name is Yi Xuan. Yi as in letter E, Xuan as in the bike. So the first question asks what is the most creative idea or change I'm proud of myself. So for me, the most creative idea is that during my freshman year of college, I decided to rush for a 30. So rushing for a 30 may sound like a normal option for most American girls, but for international students, it's not a usual thing that we do. And I asked all my Chinese friends to join me for the 30 recruitment, but nobody agreed to go with me because they are scared out of fear they don't want to go. So I decided to challenge myself and to get a try because I told myself if I missed this opportunity, I will never have a chance again in my life to see what American 30 look like. Therefore, I decided to go. And during the year of 2013, I became the only international student to doing so. This is the most creative and brave decision I ever made. Because during the recruitment process, I talked to over probably 70, 18 American girls, and I'm the only Asian student standing in the lobby. It really gives me a chance not just to practice my English, but also to talking to people that you don't really know and make sure you have some connections with them to make them think you are one member of them. I truly learned a lot during this process, and this is the most brave things I do because now when people ask me what a sorority looks like, I can tell them. So I'm very proud of myself. So the second question asks, tell us about a time period in your life that are most challenging and how do you respond to that challenge? So for me, the most challenge I ever had is when I was 16 years old, I decided to study abroad in American high school by myself because my parents are working in China, so they can't really give up their job and come with me. Because I watched an American documentary about American high schools, and I really think this is what I want to get for my education. So I persuaded my parents that I want to go, but they are very worried because they used to take very good care of me that they didn't even allow me to take bus alone in China. However, I knew this is what I want to do, so I persuaded them that I can take care of myself. So during the year of 2011, I took a 40-hour-long flight to Maryland and started my high school life there. I didn't really speak any English at that time, so I was very scared. I almost gave up. I cried for 2 weeks, and I told my mom that, "Oh, Mom, I want to go back to China. I can't be here anymore. I don't even understand what they're talking." But after 2 weeks, I told myself to try for 1 more week, for 2 more weeks, and I got really involved in campus because I'm very busy with classes, with activities, doing different sports, and I really don't have time to being homesick. And my English got improved. So I survived and I became a student leader on campus. I got so involved in different activities. Therefore, this is the best experience I ever had. And I am very proud of myself for doing this. So the third question asks about tell us 3 random things about yourself. So for me, the first thing I want to say is that I am never afraid of any risks or challenges that I never had before, which means that I'm willing to try something new and to embrace the uncertainty of the things I do. So the first thing is about when I studied abroad in London during last year's summertime. I was studying abroad in London School of Economics and Political Science. So during the first day in London, I decided to walk around in the central city of London and to just to see what things there. I didn't know anybody there. I just followed my GPS and got to the Oxford Street where there's so many shopping places, restaurants, tourists. I'm very happy and I'm walking around taking pictures. And when I'm ready to go back, I found that my phone just died. The last second I look at my phone, it was like 20% battery left. And then the next few moments I look at it, it just died. And I am so scared because I didn't know any directions back to my dorm. So I really hate talking to strangers, but I had to at that time. So I asked like 5 to 6 people to ask for directions, and some of them were not from English-speaking country. A girl, she's very nice, but she was from, I guess, Italy, and she didn't really speak any English, so it's very hard for us to communicate. And she really wants to help me, but I think she gave me the wrong direction. And when I got to the wrong direction, the wrong street, I started talking to other people. And finally, I got back to campus. This is very, I'm very proud of what I did, but when I think back, I am very scared. So the second thing I want to say about myself is that I am always want to try something new and explore the world. During the past spring break, all my friends went to Florida, they went to Cancun, they went to California, which is great, but I decided to go to somewhere different. So I went to Cuba with one of my friends, and we didn't really speak any Spanish. We know that Cuba is poor and it doesn't really have like nice hotels or place to have fun. The restaurants were really small and they don't serve really good food. But I really want to try like experience something different. So we booked the flight and we were arrived at Cuba. We realized that we can't access to any internet in Cuba, which means we need to ask for directions and in Spanish. But we didn't really speak Spanish. So the thing, however, I download a dictionary to my cell phone that has some basic vocabularies. So I studied Spanish for 2 days before we went to Cuba. I talking to so many people in Cuba. I asked them about what do they think their society look like and what are they expect to happen in the future years. And they are very interesting. And they are very interested in us too because we have entirely different background with them. Therefore, it's really interesting to talking to the local Cuban people. And it is very poor, but I am very happy because I made this trip. The third thing I want to tell about myself is so before I studied abroad in America, I don't cook at all and I don't bake. But when I be in American high school and American college, sometimes I really miss Chinese food. And I just started to cook. I started learning to cooking by myself. And also, I really enjoy baking. So I watched the tutorial videos on YouTube and learned how to bake. So now I am really good at baking. I bake cakes, cheesecakes, macarons for my friends during their birthday, and I bake cookies for my friends and professors, and they all really like it. But I learned it entirely by myself just by watching the videos. And now I also cook really good Chinese food.